today. As you can see, we've got a few different items prepared, as we always try and do. We have a bird design, and we have some small little items as well, some sort of jewelry type items, that sort of thing. Yeah, so we're ready to go, and we're going to start cutting out. So this, whenever we do these, this is a little bird ornament. So we've got a few different pieces of wood all prepared for making this bird ornament. And truth be known, hello Gabby, thanks for joining us. Hope all is well. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to things like these, I've never made it before, so you're sort of feeling your way as you go, trying to get a bit of an idea for where you're going, how you're going about it. So hopefully it'll be an interesting little demonstration. Any questions, any thoughts as we go along? Whoop, we dropped one on the floor, that's a good start. Yeah, let us know, and we'll do our best to answer any thoughts, any questions that you've got. So I'm going to start off with this bird ornament. We'll see how much of it we can actually get done, because some of the shaping we probably won't be able to do. But yeah, any thoughts as we go along? The woods that we're working with, just to explain those as well, this is a piece of holly, and you can see a little bit darker, because holly quite often you can get as a really pale white colour as well. We got this one here is a piece of fruit wood, probably a piece of cherry. The woods we got on that, we got some walnut that we managed to get from Spain, a piece of mahogany in the middle, and then that fruit wood, that cherry on the back again. For the wings, we got some mahogany. The base, we got some mahogany, and we got that juniper. Yeah, the savina, the Spanish call it. That'll make sort of a log design. So yeah, we'll have a go, see how far we can get, see what we can get done. Any questions? Yeah, good to know. It would be good to know as well who's joining us. So let us know if you're there, and what you're up to yourselves, and how things are on a bank holiday Monday with everybody else. It would help if I turned the machine on. There we go. Plug is on. Hello Mark, all good here, thanks. Hope all is well with you. We got the carver. Oh, we got the carver there as well. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, hope all is well. And yeah, thank you all for joining us. Any thoughts as we go along, let us know. One thing is going to be interesting is I haven't actually replaced the scroll saw blade, so we're going to actually see how long this one will, how long it will last, how long it will keep going before we need to replace it. Okay, so initially what we've done, we've just cut out the basic profile of the body of the bird. As you can see, I'm going to probably be working on two at the same time. Oh, we've got a few new names there. Hello, Brian. Hello, Chris, as well. Thanks for joining us. Have I missed why it's in the dark in the workshop? No. What I've just done, we put the spotlight on it, Mark, just to try and focus on the actual cutting. Let me know your thoughts. We can always change it. The workshop itself is perfectly in light, but we just changed a few camera settings. Let me know if you can see it clearly enough. Yeah, playing around with the lighting, see? Trying to get it more focused on the actual cutting as opposed to on all the other bits around it. But yeah, let us know your thoughts. Right, the next thing we're going to go on to cutting are these claws, these little legs on our bird. We'll cut those out. So we got the main bodies cut out, then we cut the wings. We'll see how far as well we can get with this carving, because with this little project with the bird, because some of it may need to be shaped on the belt sander. So we'll see how far we can get. little cuts like this, ever so slightly delicate. So we've got to take our time when cutting out these. So that is 2 of them cut out at the same time. We'll just check that they're both okay. Yeah, we're happy with those. And what I do is I tend to put them in my pocket as we go in along. Lighting is good as it does focus on the project. I just thought you'd got an electricity bill. I was like, we immediately went around and switched off. Yeah, no, that's, yeah, basically what it was is I changed sort of settings and things like that, Mark, on the camera, and I just thought, yeah, we'll, instead of using a background and things like that, I always trying to sort of concentrate things on what we're cutting. So we're basically trying to black out everything else, including my finger, accidentally. That's the first time I've shown it. And we're just, just trying to get that attention really focused on what we're cutting. Yeah, so we're just cutting out the claws. And what we're doing, see, when we do these projects, the reason we use different coloured woods is to create sort of extra interest, and you're trying to sort of replicate some of the colours that you get on the birds. I've done a woodpecker, we've done some swans, we've done what else? We've done lovebirds, ducks, all sorts of different things. It's a nice little one to do. I know you had one from us as well, Mark. You had the elephants. So yeah, that was a project similar to this that we've done. I just, as well, Thomas Woodcarver's just walked in, so we're just going to see, with these, do you reckon you could round them off a little bit on the belt sander? What do you reckon? Yeah. So I just hand them to that. And the other thing as well, do you reckon you could possibly thin those down, not too much, but just thin them down a little bit? Because they're going to be stuck onto...
Is there one for me to follow?
Not really, no. Thomas...
Are they going...
I'm going to really help Thomas Woodcarver out now and say, think of a bird. Thomas Woodcarver's looking mystified.
Right, or do you want them both?
No, they're two bodies.
Yeah,
they're two bodies.
But do they want a left and a right?
Yeah, but they're two separate bodies. There's not a left and a right, really. It's just one's going to be the left, one's going to be the right. Oh, dear me.
Are they going to be facing one another?
No.
They're going to be single.
Well, here we are. I'm going to explain. This is the thing, see, is I don't explain anything to Thomas Woodcarver before I've handed it to him. So just to make life easy for him. One of them I'm thinking we might use in our Lovespoon for the year. And one of them I'm thinking of making an ornament from. So they're two separate projects. Does that make it any less confusing?
Shall I do the two that way then?
That's fine, yeah, that's absolutely fine.
Yeah, and you want them rounded.
But they're going to be sort of 3D. So what are we going to do? We're going to have a wing on the one side and a wing on the other side, and we're going to do them three-dimensionally, see?
You can have a prayer as well on the other side, yeah?
A wing and a prayer. Well, that's the plan. You know, I did the woodpecker. Do you remember the woodpecker? Do you remember the woodpecker? The only thing you could use as a guide, I think there's one of the swans ones left over on the display. It's just as he's gone past it. Sorry, you can't see some of the things, the things that I put Thomas Woodcarver through. Mark, this is similar to Intarsia I do. Yeah, that's it. With the Intarsia, it's what you're doing then is you're using the different colours, and of course you cut the different colours out at the same time and then stick them back together. Di, have you had to poke a hole in those? No, it's surviving. It is. We haven't managed. We haven't had to break them or anything like that. It seems to be recovering and healing the hand, so that's all looking good so far. But yeah, very similar. We've done Intarsia demonstrations as well. We did a fish where we did all the different colours, and I've done a few different birds. So yeah, good fun doing the Intarsia. Okay, so onto the wings. Now we get them cut out. Just check in case we missed anything. That's it, spot on. Right, so we've got the majority. Okay, what I'll do is to finish all the scroll sawing on our first project before I go into the scroll sawing on the other one. So my plan, and sometimes we have to divert from the plan, depending on how things go, because as I said, this is the first time we've made this particular project. My plan is that it'll sort of sit on this mini stump of a type of log, and then we put that on the base like so. That's what we did with the woodpecker. You'll see how this comes out. It's worth a go. We see how it comes out. Quite often I'll make the first one and we have to adapt a little bit as we go along, but it's part of the fun of the process. Okay, so that's all of the pieces. So there we are. We have a base, a log, and then we got all of the pieces, some of them that Thomas would carve in shape in. We would end up with the legs, excuse me, legs of the bird. One on the one side, one on the other side. The wings on either side as well, and then we put it all together. Right, let's go on to our next project, and these are some simple little pieces of jewellery. So, we're going to cut out all of the pierce work first of all. So we take that little plate out, and then we've got a few different Celtic style pieces of jewellery. So we do all those internal cuts first of all, and then we will cut out the surround. This bit of wood on the top is a piece of walnut, and that is from the north of Spain, from Del Bierzo. So we paid for a courier to bring that across for us. The middle layer, a bit of mahogany, and the bottom layer, a bit of fruit wood. I'm just checking it. I think there's a bit of cherry, but it might be a piece of apple. That's all right.
Is it back on?
Yeah, it's back on. You plunged us into darkness. How are you getting on there?
Well, it's a bit of a fat bird as far as I can see.
Right. I tell you what, it's the same thing on the other side. because it's 3D. That's why it's a 3D. It's a 3D, so it's the same sanding as you've done. So it's not a fat, but it needs sanding on both sides.
I thought it was going to be stuck on.
Nah, you're making a fridge magnet. I'm making an ornament.
Ah, stinking heck.
So it needs the same treatment on the other side. So
Are they all right?
yeah, they'd be fine. That's grand. There you go. So it's not as fat as you think. See.
So you want it rounded on both sides?
Rounded on both sides. Yeah.
It's not going to look like a bird, though, is it? Then.
Eh?
It's not going to look like a bird then.
Where's that then?
It's too thin then.
Eh?
It'll be too thin then.
We've got 2 wings to go on the outside of it as well.
Well, okay.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
If I realised I wouldn't have taken as much off as that.
I know, that's what I was thinking. So, right, what do we got here? I have to be careful as I'm reading. We have 2 Brians in the chat. Oh, we have, yeah. Hang on. Have you just admitted that your name isn't the carver, but in fact it is? That's it? I thought I got it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there's every now and then, Thomas the Woodcarver. What it is I'm using the plug that we normally have the dust extractor plugged into. I'm using that for my light, and every now and then, Thomas the Woodcarver, he because he's just working on instinct. Every now and then, he pulls the plug out on us, so we lose all vision. So if you're thinking every now and then you've blacked out, it's not. It's just he pulls the plug out every now and then, forgetting that I'm using that plug. Right. So we start working our way through all of the pierce work on here, and then cut the surrounds. There we are, so that's all the pierce work on our first bit of jewellery. And then we go on to the little holes that need doing on this bit of jewellery and cut everything out. There we are. That was how long the blade would last. Let's have a little look. Yeah, he's broken on the bottom one, so that's a good blade, that one. Done a good job. Kept going for quite a little while, and now it's time for replacing. We'll have a little look as well at that one on the bottom layer. Not a bad time for it to go because we got some fine detail, and what I find is sometimes as the blade gets older, it doesn't, how can I explain? When the blade gets older, sometimes it doesn't cut perfectly straight, especially, you know, if you've been pushing at it a bit, it starts to get a little bit misshapen. Although I have to say these blades and this scroll saw, it is very good for that. Not happening, but it can happen a little bit, but straightforward. Change the blades, put it back in, and keep carving. Just checking we haven't missed anything there. No, we're up to date with everything. And yeah, I will do a little bit more work just on that little piece. And this is the beauty of the scroll saw, of course, working with it. It's such a versatile bit of kit. You can make so many different things, different items. So going from that ornament that we originally worked on onto little jewellery items. I'm going to have a quick drink as well. Mask back on, and we get carving again. Scroll sawing even.
Did you have the bird's feet?
Did we have the...
Bird's feet?
I'll check what I got in my pocket. This is what I do, is I'm cutting stuff out, I put it in my pocket so I don't go and lose it with all the other bits and pieces that are around.
The one bird nearly took plank.
Did it really?
Yeah.
It is a bit, it's certainly been on a diet, isn't it?
Yeah.
1, 2, I got 3. That's never a good sign. Ah, ooh, nearly dropped it. It is in there. There you go, there's number 4.
Okay. Is that alright what I've done? I don't think it is it?
Let's have a look.
Oh yeah, you're going to stick his feet to it.
Yeah, we'll sort that. We'll sort that. Happy days. Bit of hand sanding. Bit of hand sanding just to get the shape. And then we'll add the wings, a little bit of detail. Yeah, we get something out of it. That'll do the job. But that's because the thing is as well, what do you remember? I mean, this is what we're doing quite often when we're demonstrating stuff. It's the first time we've made things, and you don't always get it right the first time. It's all part of the learning process. That's all part of the fun, isn't it?
You rarely get it right the first time.
No, exactly, and I mean quite often as well though, we'll make the first item and you'll think, oh no, I can improve that, but that first item, 99 times out of 100, we can still sell that first item anyway.
Yeah.
It's something I'm enjoying doing, those little ornaments, and it's something different for the workshop, and I think we might use it, as I said to you, for our spoon for the year, where we have like a central log going down the middle, and then birds, different types of bird all around the outside. So we'll see how it goes. It's all a bit of fun. Right, so as you can see, we're working our way through that pierce work, and afterwards then see we'll cut out all the surrounds. You may notice as well, I tend to do the smallest, most delicate pierce work holes first of all, then I do the larger ones, and then I'll do these ones here. The reason I like to do the smaller ones first is because they're the ones that are the most sort of intricate, and I like to get them nice and clear. Hello Paul, thanks for joining us, hope you're well. Oh, I recognise that sound. I pushed my blade too far the other day. Yeah, that's it. It goes ping, and that's that. And that's the end of it. Yeah, hello Paul. Thanks for joining us. Hope all is well. We're just working on some different jewellery items, a dolphin and a couple of pieces of Celtic jewellery. And then we're also doing some work on as like a bird ornament that I'm working on that I've got in my pocket at the moment. So yeah, thanks for joining us. Any questions, any thoughts? Give us a shout. check it all on the back, see if it's coming along. Happy days, yeah, that's all looking good. Let's have a little look. Have we missed something there? I put 3 of my scroll saw puzzles to sale in the local bookstore. It's the first time I tried that. Brilliant! Ah, great. Yeah, it's always good. I mean, that's the beauty of making stuff on the scroll saw is, as you said, you can put it on for sale, get a little bit back, put it into all sorts of different things, possibly materials, new equipment, yeah, and reinvest it. And I mean, that's what we do. We make all sorts of different gift items and we sell it here at our family workshop. So yeah, good way of doing it. Paul, when they start to sell, you will be constantly making them. Yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing, that's the beauty of the scroll saw, is it's so versatile. There's so many different things you can make, from little tiny items like this up to massive things. So brilliant. I hope it works out well for you. I think it's definitely something as well, more and more, that we need in the world. There's so few people who can make things now. It's getting less and less. And yeah, the more you can make stuff, you know, actual handcrafted stuff, not mass produced, is getting increasingly rare. So turn it over, check everything looks okay on the back before we carry on. Right, I'm just noticing there's a little bit of wood in that one there that may cause us a bit of trouble. Let's get rid of that before we continue. Check it again. Yeah, that's better. Now we go on to cutting the surrounds. So So when we're cutting those surrounds, we put that plate back in place and let's start cutting. Bingo, 1, 2, 3. Right, on to our second piece of jewellery. There we are, so that gives us 6 items of jewellery. Have we missed something there? Where do you get your patterns from? All sorts. Sometimes, a lot of them, we just draw. So a lot of the sort of Celtic ones and things like that. Sometimes you can have a little look on, you know, Google for different Celtic ones. That was one that I designed a couple of months back. So you're sort of thinking, what would work as a piece of jewellery? And a lot of our templates, they're on our website, available for you to use for free. So the link is in the description of a lot of our videos. So if you want to have a go at making any of our projects, this one then would have probably been based on sort of a simple generic dolphin design. And quite often what you end up doing is adapting them to make them practical in wood. So that's what you look for. Quite often, if I'm designing something, I'd look for a base image, you know, just do a Google search, something like, I don't know, dolphin silhouette, and then just adapt it so it's going to work for what you want and work for your design. So this morning, see, when I was working on the bird, I looked for like a sparrow type bird, and I got like, you know, that sort of finch shape. And then from there, I just added the details. And then you're working out as well how it's going to work in a more sort of three-dimensional context, how you can get that to work more effectively for you. But yeah, all sorts of different methods that we use for getting hold of different template ideas. have we lost connection here? I hope not. Let's have a little look. What's going on? I hope you're still with us. I can still see the picture there. So, yeah, right. Anyway, I'm going to be changing over from. I'm going to go and check on. Just check as well. Yeah, we got 0% drop, so that's fine. I'm going to change camera over, and I'm going to change the microphone over as well. And we're going from our. Here we are, and I will check as I go across because we're going on to the workbench. Bear with me 2 seconds as I go across and we get started on the. No, it's still here. Good. It must have been my mobile. That's what it is. I've lost connection on the mobile. Thankfully, not on the actual feed. So good. Thanks for letting us know, Mark. Right, so what we would do from here with our bird, one of the things we would start doing is we would basically get that in the vise and we would try and find a way of gripping it, probably something like that. And the first thing then is to just try and hand sand it to get rid of some of the flat edges. The carver's still there as well. Brilliant. Thank you all for letting us know. Must have been my telephone drop. So I'll double check, and we still got sand. From here with our bird. Yeah, we can hear. Good. So all's good. Right, yeah, so what we're doing is that we're shaping the one side, same again, turn it round, shape it a little bit. Where's that on? There we are. Right. Shape it a little bit on both sides, try and get rid of a little bit of the flatness of the edges. And then, because we've sanded away a lot of our lines, it comes down now to a little bit of trying to visualize what we want our birds, what we want it to look like. Right, let's have a little look. Bit of a more polishing. We can hear you whether we like it or not. Spot on. And you can probably hear Thomas the Woodcarver working in the background too. Whether you like it or not, you're going to have to hear me. Right, we're on to, yeah. Okay, let's just have a little look. So we're getting a bit more of a shape on that. There's certainly plenty of shaping left to do. But what I would look to be doing from here, this is where I'm going to have to change the carving block to a thinner one. The carver, you haven't done your usual job today. Well, that's it, yeah, never mind. Let's have a little look. We've got there's a little scratch that's bothering me. So we just take that one out. So you get little things like that. Just a little scratch there, just where probably just gonna cross the grain a little bit. Okay, so from here, one thing I want to do is to really make the beak a little bit more defined. So you just mark it like so. So mark where that's going in. Cut it down on the sort of two angles using the gouge. So do it on the one side and then mark the middle. I'm hoping you can see this okay because it is slightly below the lip of the vise. What we're just doing, see, we're just marking Marking the beak. Right, and also we want to mark the eye of our bird. So using a number 6 gouge, I believe this one is. And what I've got in mind for this one is we're going to cut out, so just handle that in to cut out where we're carving, because my idea is to fill that in with a little bit of that coloured CA glue. So we'll have we'll show you, we'll have that black colour. Because a lot of this, we want, you know, interest, we want contrast, we want colours in the design. So the more interest you can create, the better. That's the thinking anyway. That's what we're trying to achieve. We've got to get far enough into that piece of wood. Yeah, just like so. And yeah, just in like so. Right, the next one. What's this way? Flowers, there we are. That's what Thomas Woodcarver's been cutting out on the scroll saw. Cutting out a few flowers. So all these little gift items. We get asked that a lot. People ask us, "Oh, can we have your scrap wood?" And we always thought, well, we haven't really got any scrap wood. Because any little pieces of wood, we turn them into things. Right. Now then, should really be using the precision tool for this job. I can't see, is that? I think that's sealed up. And bear with me. I think this is what it is. I haven't used this one for a little while, so I think it's filled up with glue. There we are. Sometimes they just get a bit filled up as it's been there a little while. Here it is. Here it comes. Right. We don't want too much in there then. It's not a big deal. Typical, isn't it? A big bubble. That's just what we didn't want. Here we are. Let's fill it properly. Yeah, like that. A little bit more. We don't worry about it too much, because what we'll do, we'll cure it. Come on. Let's cure it with that. Just like so. And what I'll do is where that's run a little bit, just carve it away. Tidy it back up. That's where the precision tool would make life a little bit easier. Yeah, so just a little bit there. Here we are. Let me just sand over there. So just again, it adds an extra colour. So what we're going to have then, see, let's get the other pieces ready. You'll have a wing. There we are. We'll have a wing coming in there like that. And then you're going to have that is going to be on the underside of the body. So we're just trying to work it out as we're going along. How's that looking? See?
Bit of sanding on the wings.
I would say so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to do a little bit of sanding on there for me? on those wings. So
Well,
I
I think it'd
turn.
be easier to sand them when they're stuck on.
Oh, there's an idea. There's an idea. There we go. See.
Because, you know,
Now, what we got in mind then as well is for that. Which way around? Well, it can't go that way, isn't it? That's not going to work. So.
the only thing you can do is sand it on an angle, the leg, the
What's
top
that?
of the leg.
Well, what I'm thinking is that one will go on there like that, and that will go on there like that. Right, so what I'm going to be doing now, what we'll do is to show everybody how that is sort of going to look. Okay, so just to give you an idea, you know, of creating a little bird, you'll see we'll have these demonstrations on the channels as well. Mine isn't drifting, it's sailed away. Has it? And we all. Oh, I tell you what, am I missing a? There it is. It's in my pocket. So that will sit. The idea is that my bird sits on the log like that, and then that sits on the base. I'm quite happy with that. It's just quite a nice little.
Oh, where's the log?
Eh?
Where's the log?
This is the log. So we'll shape that.
What about something more rustic?
Well, no, I will. I'll carve it all. What I'll do, I'll rough it all up.
We've got some yew. I've got some yew branches there.
Right, so we could actually put it on a branch. Here we are. See, this is Thomas Woodcarver's getting very creative with this.
I'll have a look, see what I got.
But I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to carve the other side. I don't know. Can you see where I'm going? That's the question I'd put to everyone. Can you see where we're going with this? It's simple little ornaments. They're great fun to make. And then you start to. I don't know, it's my funny brain probably. I start to see, I think, yeah, I can see it now. I get to a stage where I'm thinking, yeah, I can see how this is going to work. A few little tail feathers on it as well. And then you'll have all of the beautiful different contrasting colours. Fantastic. See, this is what we get excited about. Stuff like this. Right, now we get it done on both sides. And that's when you're asking then as well, Paul. When you're asking about, you know, where do we get designs from? Yeah, it's just you'll have an ideal pop in your head, and you think, right, you've got to make it. I've got to find a way. You've got to find a method. How's this going to work? How's it going to work out? And then you just enjoy that process of developing it. We did things like you'll see a video where we did like the Formula 1 car, and literally what I'll do is I'll get a picture, put it in front of me.
That's one.
Here we are. So Thomas the Woodcarver's got
another one. You can see the lovely grain on that.
Right, but how are you
There.
thinking? What I was thinking, see, was
But
a
you've got-
base and a little replica of a log like that. What I had
I
in
was
mind.
thinking of an actual.
And just sit it on top of the log. They cut the log like that and just sit it on top.
Yeah.
The only problem is,
We can flatten.
will the bark hold?
No. Yeah.
Put a-
yeah.
No, that would be better. Put a flat
Yeah.
edge. Hang on, though.
On a flat edge, so it sits on the.
Yeah, Mark's saying he likes your idea. What we do, if we put a little flat edge, we can take a little bit off the claws,
Yeah.
so it'll sit on there. You understand? So it'll actually sit on
Yeah.
the log like that. We'll flatten down the claws. There we are. Yeah, we got a good idea coming. So what we're gonna do?
I mean, you can see on what
There we
nice, lovely wood that is.
Yeah, there we are. That's perfect for showing. What we're going to do, we can put the claws so it'll just sit literally on top of the log like that. Oh, that's a great little. And you can put a flat edge on the bottom,
Yeah.
bottom and top. Leave the bark on the outside, and you've got like a little rustic ornament.
Yeah. And when you can put shellac on the bark.
Yeah. And that'll protect the bark.
Give a nice.
Yeah, fantastic. See, now this as well, that's the theme, that's the idea I've got for this year's spoon. See? That's the sort of theme we got for it. Off to a family dinner. Oh, I hope it goes well. Hope you have a nice time. Thanks again for joining us. Yeah, hope you have a nice time at your family dinner. Sounds great. We had a busy weekend. We were treating the boys. It was their birthday. It was their birthday treat, and so we took them camping down in Dorset, and we took them to the Tank Museum, and they had a wonderful time. And they walked me all around the tank museum telling me all the different tanks, because I didn't have a clue. But they knew them all the different names, all the different types, telling me what they were used for, what did what, and who built them, and what country they were built in. Oh my goodness, I learned all sorts of things that I never knew. My boys, they do like a tank. And I think my favourite, should I say with Sammy, what he said his favourite thing is, I think, I asked them what was their favourite thing for the day, and my eldest son, he said, oh, it was the last exhibition, which was the what do we call it, the trench exhibition. That was his favourite. It's the progression of a great idea. Yeah, exactly, and that's how it sort of comes together. Yeah, so I asked him, and he said it was the trench exhibition was his favourite. And then I asked my youngest son, I said, well, what was your favourite thing of the visit? And he said that the toilet was the favourite. So there we are. Easily pleased. You like the toilets. Right, so you can see we got the little bit of detail. I think what we'll do to finish off, I think we'll try and stick most of it together to give everyone a sort of real feel for how the piece is going to come together. That's the scroll saw for you though, see? Such a versatile piece of kit and allows us to do so many different things. And then it's always fun to make something slightly different to what you made before. Alright, once again, we're going to use the CA glue. Just adds a contrasting colour, see, to the eye. And that's what you're doing. Again, I looked, in terms of developing this, I was looking at a picture. It was a sparrow, and so you're trying to pick out the colours, the right colours for the sparrow. Is this, I think this is filled back in again, isn't it? Let's have a look. We use the spike. Now, if you can hear a buzzing on the audio, it's not our audio. It's a bee's managed to get in the workshop. So it's not the microphone. So you've got a buzzy friend has arrived. Here it comes, there it is. I think what's happened as well with this bit of CA glue is it's gone quite thick. Which means it's a bit slower flowing. There we go. That's him. Perfect. Just cure it off quickly. Again, we can sand off any excess if we need to. So let's have a look. Should we stick on 2 wings? We go back to this side first of all. And we're going to put a wing on. Right, before I put a wing on, sounds good to me. Hi everyone. Hello Jeff. Hope all is well. Is it one of your bees? It probably is. Yeah, checking out. It's be one of Math. My brother Math. It'll be one of his bees, I would think. You can hear them sometimes out there checking on all of the equipment. Yeah, hi Jeff. We're just working on this one here. We're working on it's a sparrow or like one of the finch family. Like like a bullfinch. That's sort of, you know, one of the small sort of birds that we're basing this design on, and one of the small garden birds. And I'm just now in the process of kind of putting it together. So we add a little bit of detail on the tail feather, just like so, one either side. Thank you, Jeff. Yeah, no, it's coming on. Right, this is tricky because ideally we don't want to be cutting towards ourselves, but sometimes it's unavoidable. So we use the reverse angle there. Reverse angle of the gouge just to clean it up a little bit. One on that side, one on that side. Again, not ideal cutting towards yourself, but you need to do it in this case. Right. So I think the next thing we will do, we look for one. I think we'll stick that one on there, like so. Further up. So we're going to put that in there. Yeah. Stick the wing on. What do you reckon? Stick it on. Stick the wing on.
I think so, and then sand it down afterwards.
And then we'll sand it down. I'll tell you what we could do. Have I got a cleaner one than that? It's just a little bit. Let's have a look. What it is, there's a little bit of a burr. A little bit of an RS, you call it, isn't it? You just take it down a little bit, just to tidy it up. Okay. Oh, what? I'm having bother with my CA glue today. Perhaps it's the temperature, is it? They all seem to have they all seem to have filled in. Alright, double check it because you don't want to get this wrong. We're going to get it wrong if we're not careful. Right, so that would be. Sorry for the pause, but we don't want to get this wrong. We don't have a backwards wing. It won't look too clever. Come on. There it is. Right, we got some CA glue on there at last. Oh, look at that. Right. You'll have to stick it on the other side first of all. There we go. So we'll just put that in just like so. One there. And then we come over the other side and we're going to have to now use, let's double check this one. Okay. Got to be careful. Yeah, it's that one there. Right. So we got one on there. Okay, let's take. All I'm doing is to just tidy off the back edge because once we stick it down, we're not going to be able to. We're not going to be able to sand it. A tiny little bit of CA glue on there where we've stuck the pieces together. There we go. Right. Once again, I'm going to get it right this time. That's it. Try and line it up so it's the same on both sides. So just about there. Pretty close. Yeah, just like so. And now we go on to those feet. So we're going to have one there would be one coming in about there. One coming in there. So this one's going to be round a bit further, round towards the back. And all of this is going to be shaped. And this one, there we go, it's going to be more round. Yeah, that's fine. Right, so we work it all out. There we are. I think there's a question there as well for you, Mark, from Brian, asking what thickness of wood you're working with. Okay. I think we'll possibly go in just like so. And again with this, with this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got one like that, and then we're going to have another one. This one will come in somewhere. That is the right way around, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So just sticking that on like so. It's stubbornly not staying. That should sort it. Here we are. So, what we got to do, we got a little bit of, I don't know where Thomas Woodcarver went with that log as well, but what we got to do, we got to shape these down. I might even as well, we might even shape a little bit flatter on those edges there and use it just to get a better surface on it. We will then, once we've sanded these down, we'll carve them down as well. Now that is actually sticking quite nicely now, so that seems to be okay. As long as it holds like that, we should be fine. So we'll shape the wings, we'll shape the claws on the legs, and we'll add a little bit of detail to the wings as well, and we will stick that on a log and create a little bit of an ornament. There we go. Something simple like that. For the jewellery thickness that we're working in, you got there, you can see, what's that? About 1 centimetre's thickness. The ones where you're doing stuff like that, around about 1 centimetre, you know, for jewellery and things like that that we're working on. It allows us to do a little bit of, detail, as in it overlapping under and over. Yeah, you can go thicker if you want to. Let's have a little look. Where's the one? Ah, it's in my pocket. So simple ones, simple one like that one. You can see that one's a little bit over 1 centimetre in thickness. What it allows us to do is to make it fairly sort of delicate. So what I would do to carve this then, we just work out where we're going to have the detail in the design. So it's creating that effect that it's overlapping and underlapping. So just going under like so. Just pull that up a little bit in the vise, make it easier to cut out. Just like so. Same on this side. So that's what you would be doing, see, just enough thickness for you to be able to do some simple hand carving. A little bit along there. Like so. But again, all simple little methods, simple little techniques, simple little designs to create something that we can sell. That one just goes under. And this one would be turned into like a pendant, a necklace. That's what we usually make this one into. Same at the top part. Shows you the difference as well. See, something like this is a carving that we're doing regularly, as with the bird ornament. That's something you're sort of finding your way, feeling your way as you go. So you're trying to get it. Trying to get the method in your head, learning that technique. Well, not that we haven't done similar before, but developing the techniques as you go along. There we are, just a little bit of shaping. Shaping and creating a simple jewellery item that has it takes its inspiration, that design, from the Celts. There we are. And that's pretty much done for today. Hopefully that's been an interesting little demonstration. If you're watching it on playback, remember, any questions, any thoughts, let us know. It's always a pleasure if we're able to help out in any small way. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, it's been great to have you all with us. It's been great to have Brian with us as well, and the carver, and Mark, and Gabby, and Paul as well, and Jeff. Everyone who's joined us, and we always appreciate all the comments. I hope I've got everybody, I haven't missed anybody out there. Let's just have a look. I think that's everybody who's commented. Oh, Chris as well, who has joined us earlier on. So yeah, thank you all for joining us again. There we are. That is a simple little bit of jewellery, just like so. We've got that one there, little birds, and a little bit more work left on it. What we'll do, see, we'll put a little bit of carving there, 1, 2, but we'll sand that right down. And we'll also have to do some shaping. I thought we might have to redo the legs, but I don't think we will. I think they're going to hold pretty well. But there we are. That's what we do. That's the carving. That's the scroll sawing. Great fun. And we hope you all have a great week. Thank you all again. And if all going well, we will be back for another